never hear what's happening there unless you tune into right-wing talk radio. But you need to know what they are saying because the most popular, most powerful talkers in the country have trained their sights on Joe Biden. What you are about to hear them say is mind-boggling. Look, whether you like Biden or not, this stuff is offensive and otherworldly. I want to be clear,
So are your
there's a lot
lies.
of negative parsonage that happens on the left as well. Disdain and nastiness directed at the right. This is happening in all directions, but it is especially extreme, especially vitriolic on the right, directed at Joe Biden.
Who the hell watches this guy?
Okay, let's welcome Fox News contributor Deneen Borelli. Deneen, Joe Biden deserves compassion and respect for cognitive issues, but it's on video, and there's serious debate among doctors that he does have cognitive issues. If he's elected president, he's going to have to go up against China's Xi Jinping and Russia's Vladimir Putin, as well as other U.S. enemies around the world. Your reaction to this story?
Well, there are concerns, Liz, and lately Joe Biden's wife has been out in public more than he has, and she's not the one running for president. But the videos are there. There's no denying that former Vice President Joe Biden is having issues when he's a part of interviews. He doesn't stick to the script. It seems like he's being fed information through earpieces. How in the world is he going to debate President Trump on the debate stage? And yes, how will he deal with these world leaders that don't mean us any good? So there are clearly concerns there when it comes to former Vice President Joe Biden.
You know, Biden has been skipping out and not skipping out, let me rephrase. He's not been doing tough media interviews. He's not holding unscripted public events. Most of these are scripted events. This has been going on for several months. It's important, you know, what is going on here. He's also admitted that he will not run for a second term. You know, so your take on that, and your quick reaction to the selection of Kamala Harris. You know, in June of 2019, Kamala Harris railed against Joe Biden on race, basically practically calling him a segregationist at a Democrat debate. Your take on that?
No, you're right. She called him out. She threw Joe Biden under the bus because he bragged about working with segregationists early in his political career. Not only that, he was pals with former Klansman Robert Byrd, Liz. So there's a long history there that Joe Biden needs to be called out about and people need to be reminded of.
You know, it's an issue here as Americans tune in usually in August in an election cycle, what they're hearing on the media. We have now CNN's Brian Stelter also basically essentially asking about entire media companies that essentially exist to tear down Joe Biden, but that there was a dearth of them for, you know, media companies going after Donald Trump. Look at what Harvard, we're going to show the viewer what Harvard University found. What was your reaction, Deneen, when you heard Brian Stelter say that?
Well, it's a huge double standard. I think it's over 90% of media coverage with President Trump is negative. And so you have the anti-Trump media that despises the president. They despise his accomplishments. They despise people that support him. And so I'm not surprised folks like Stelter, whatever his name is, would say this about the media outlets because it's a huge double standard. It's not the same response when it comes to President Trump.
You know, Harvard University did a study in 2017. 93% of the coverage at CNN was negative against President Trump. 93% of the coverage at NBC, negative against President Trump. 91% coverage at CBS, negative against President Trump. On and on and on. New York Times, 87% negative. Washington Post, 83% negative. So, you know, it's important just to get the truth out there about what's really happening as we go into the 2020 race. Your reaction, Deneen?
No, it really is. And these media outlets are doing a disservice to the country. They're lying, they're cheating, and they're not actually reporting on the real news at hand, which is important for voters to know the truth, what the truth is, so that they can go into that voting booth and make an informed decision to vote for the next president of the United States. But these anti-Trump media outlets, they have an agenda. It's an agenda-driven media outlet, and they are out to get President Trump no matter what it is.
Deneen Borelli, thanks. for joining us. Come back soon.
Thanks, Liz.